And we are go. Good evening, everyone. Apologies about being late. I can't actually blame Mr. Gabe tonight. I have to blame myself. But as you can see, I've got Zach back with me, and I've got Gabe with me. Let us know, folks, if you can hear us okay in the chat. And then Zach and Gabe, I'm actually going to ask you guys to speak as well, just so people can hear the sound. So, Zach, start with you.
Hello. Hope everybody had a good day.
Hello. Sorry. Hello. My name is Gabe. I'm just here to hang out.
We are going to have some chill and chat. I was planning to go live on Instagram as well, but sorry, folks, I have a towel around me as well. I just realized I'm not long out of the shower. That's what kept me late. Very professional outfit, as you can see. I don't know if Tina, it would help if I actually opened up the comment section. That would help. I don't know if, oh yeah, Zach, I don't know if you realize this. The cowboy has returned on X.
I know, I saw that earlier.
I know. He only popped up there for me a while ago, so I don't know how long he's back. Anyway, sorry, I'll come to the comments in a moment. I distracted myself there. I was going to say if Tina is watching, she's maybe not watching just yet. Last time she said Zach looked lovely and lit up, and I looked like a little troll in my cave. I'm still a little troll in my cave because if I turn on the light right now, I'm going to look incredibly washed out. So yeah, I'll maybe move around a lamp or something at some stage.
Or it's
Leg day
because
left me
you are a
feeling like a
troll in your
lady.
cave.
I am a troll in my cave. But Feckless was saying he needs coffee. He's rebuilding a guitar. Christ is still king. Amen. Cut £14 in 8 days. Nice. I need to cut more than £14. Then we have got Joyful. She says, "Good evening, folks. Good evening." There's the man himself, Mr. Unlivian, who appears to be watching on YouTube tonight. I do not know if he's also on Twitch.
He is.
No, did I just dip out there?
No, you were there.
Okay, good, because I just did something very, very stupid, and I thought I closed down the whole stream.
Fun.
Right, folks. So we have this is going to be a chill and chat tonight. That's why I invited Game and Zach. These guys are normally on space, or I'm normally on space with them. So we are going to chat for a little bit, but we are also going to announce the winner of the Cambridge Dark Green Goatskin later on. I'll not keep you all waiting too much for that, but I'm not going to announce it right away just so that more people can come in, and then that way they'll know. And then also we're going to be launching the first round of the X Games tonight, so we'll see how that goes. Gabriel, welcome. How are you?
I'm doing all right. How about yourself?
Very funny, Gabe. Very funny. Livian says,
Gabe.
Sorry?
I'm guessing you were saying hi to another Gabe or Gabriel.
Yes. Did you not see it? We brought the comments up.
Oh, I know I didn't. My bad.
Here we go. We'll redo it just for Gabe. Gabriel Douglas says, hello.
Mr. Gabriel Douglas.
Then we've got Mr. Holy Cannoli himself. How are you, brother? How's things? He says this is cool. Thank you, brother. It's a bit makeshift, as like Zach and Gabe will tell you behind the scenes. It was like chaos a moment ago. Who is this? Now, Gabe,
that's me.
who is? I'm aware, but for the audience, who is it?
Oh.
This is your time to shine, Gabe. This is your time to introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, no, that's my little channel for right now. I haven't even updated the logo on it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the Trinity Apologetics YouTube channel, where eventually I will be hopefully posting some videos for everyone to watch because I recognize articles. I plan on doing that.
Nice.
But I recognize articles aren't the necessarily favorite thing of everyone, so that'll work.
Wow. Sam's just straight to the point. I'm ready to hear the winner. Just for that, I'm going to make you all wait 5 minutes extra. No, I won't. I'll be announcing it shortly. So, Gabe, where can people find your articles?
TrinityApologetics.com.
Perfect. I would bring your website up right now, but I can't. So that's why I asked you. But yeah, Gabe writes some awesome articles. Pardon me for the noise, folks. I forgot to mute my mic. So Gabe, I actually shared one of your articles recently that I thoroughly enjoyed. Um, but have you got any big articles coming up recently?
Yeah, actually, it's kind of a predecessor to that article that you shared. You shared the
Oh.
"What is Protestantism" article, and
Mm-hmm.
I've had my article on what is evangelicalism being refined in the background for quite some time now. So I have it up on the site right now as like a draft. I haven't quite published it yet, but it will be published probably by either the end of today or tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Oh, the light in my cave is dimming, showing myself for the true troll that I am. Oh, there is Mr. Isaiah himself. How are you, good sir?
Got Mr. Phone in the chat.
Yep. Sam says to hear that she is the winner. Well, we shall see. We shall see. A little shout out to you as well, Gabe. He asks how things are.
Indeed.
Now, rather interestingly, well, I say interestingly, I don't know why I said that. I'm kind of rambling. Zach, how's your day been? I am going to go here in the background. I say in the background, I'm still going to be on screen, but I'm going to start launching the first round of the X Games. Tina says she made it. Tina, we were just talking about you. I'm still a little cave in my troll. A
cave in your troll.
A cave in my troll. A troll in my cave is what I was trying to say. So yeah, but what I'm going to do is I have got a lot of names to go through tonight, so I'm going to go starting doing that now. It shouldn't take me too long, but males are horrendous multitaskers. So if you gentlemen would like to hold the floor, and you can even give us some tool talk if you wish. I will even allow
I was
tool
going to
talk.
ask if I can talk about tools.
You can talk about tools until I get this done. The moment I'm done, you need to stop.
All right, sounds good. I was just looking at this giant tool from the Snap-on truck. Dude, this thing's like a giant impacting ratchet thing. Let me find it again real quick.
Is it a 1-inch impact?
No. Like this is like what you use this on tanks and or like major bridges and construction. Let me open it up in another window so I can still see the chat.
It's like an air impact with like a little arm on it.
No, not really. It's more like a giant. Think of just a giant standard ratchet, but metrically larger than any of that. Here, let me pull it up. What was that tool called again? By the way, if you had another tool thing you wanted to talk about, I'm here to talk about that too.
I argued with a guy for a little bit today about what a Pitman arm puller is. He told me that I was wrong, even though on the package that he was holding, it says Pitman arm puller. He's like, that's not what I use this for. I'm like, well, then, tools can be used for multiple things.
Yeah, they can.
Or one good wrong thing. Like the adjustable hammer.
Yep.
Gents, I'm going to remove myself from the background just one set. Well, it'll probably be for a little bit, so you guys are going to chat for a bit. And then I'm just going to mute myself just while I need my tablet, which will remove my light. So have fun. Enjoy chatting about tools.
Cool beans. Sounds good.
Nope, I did the opposite.
Oh, all right. All right.
I put myself full screen. Enjoy, gents. I'll be back in a bit.
Cool beans. All right. It looks like it's called the 1-inch drive power wrench, or POW wrench is what they've got. It's a impact wrench, and then it's bi-directional. It's almost $3,000 for this giant wrench.
Sounds about right.
Indeed.
Some good Snap-on prices.
Yeah, I don't think they even make it. I think it's made by another company called Shield or something like that. Here, let me look it up a little bit more. But you know, the thing gets like on its middle setting, it gets like 2K foot-pounds of torque, which is just absolutely insane.
Yeah, that's massive.
Yeah, and it's mostly for like when you're breaking bolts, but you know, if you're breaking bolts, 2K of torque is usually more than anything you're ever going to need. That's a lot of force. Like I break lug nuts and studs with with a tiny micro impact that manages to do the job, and it only gets up to like 400 foot-pounds of torque. So
I used to snap them all the time with my Milwaukee half-inch.
yeah, I have not a Milwaukee one. I have the DeWalt version of that because they have they're trying to compete with Milwaukee on it, and their batteries are just a little bit cheaper than Milwaukee's, so I went for them. I still have Milwaukee tools, but
Feckless says a left-handed hammer, very effective. I do agree. If you're left-handed,
I am left-handed actually. So that's
so
funny.
you have plenty of left-handed hammers.
Indeed. Okay, Snap-on's
Hey,
website.
Mr. Layman, can you hear us? You're still on screen.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Okay.
As long as my mic's muted.
Sounds good.
No, we heard everything, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, that's good. Christ is still king. Also, folks, I shouldn't. I'm just uploading a few names here. Once I've got that done, I'll be back on. So if Gabe and Zach are boring you with tools, just hammer them in the comments.
Yeah, if you hammer us in the comments because hammers are tools and you're only proving our point. But yeah, no, I just find this wrench, the whole idea of a wrench that has a little hammering arm in it that gets up to 2K foot-pounds of torque. It's just insane.
That is insane. Like, I can think of every single way I want to use that.
Yeah, I mean,
Oil pan drain plugs, rear end diff cover plugs.
oh man, yeah, you got to do it there. That way, you have to replace a
Oh
whole
yeah,
bunch of stuff. Absolutely.
right. You don't want that fluid getting out, you know.
Nope, not a chance. Got to make sure it is locked in there, as locked and sealed as properly possible. Just did my car's oil change today too. That was nice. To be honest, I woke up, I was feeling super depressed, and instead of just stooping in my depression, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go and get my car's oil change done. And thus I did that.
Hey Tina, if you can guesstimate, or is it still like 30 seconds behind on X?
Uh on X I don't know. But on
Yeah, because
YouTube I know it's like 10 seconds or
YouTube
something
should
like that.
be, yeah, YouTube's always about 10, 5 to 10. So the last time, like on this software that he's using, like you can choose the order in which it sends the broadcast. And last time we had X as the last one, and it was like 30 seconds behind, which is kind of normal, I think, for X. But I think he swapped it around this time to see if it made it any faster.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Because last time, whenever we were testing, by my best guess, it was about 30 seconds. Twitch seemed to be the fastest, and then YouTube is just your standard, like 10 seconds or so.
Oh, he's on Twitch too.
Mhm.
Oh, nice.
So I believe he's doing just those three,
All right.
and then we have our own little background thing, which we're not in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna stream to Instagram as well, but they only allow you an hour, which is fine. Hopefully they'll change that in the future. But they also have a really weird setup where they will not allow EV Mux to go live for them. Um, they actually end up uh, requiring me to set up the live separately, so it was probably going to take too much to do. So I just checked out. Nearly done with the round of the guys. I'll upload that and then I'll come back to speak. Also, I'm trying to pop up some of these comments as I can, but Zach just keep calling them out until I come back.
No,
Don't have
Olivia,
more
you
screen
have to have
friends.
more screens.
Olivia is the man. Okay,
Yep.
folks, I'll be back.
All right. Yeah, no, what I like to do is I like to have all the streams open in different tabs on my browser and just, you got to periodically open them up again or else those platforms will think you're not actually watching it. So I just go through, just make sure I'm opening them up again.
Yeah, I'm just on my phone. My iPad's way over there, and I don't have my laptop, so that's that. So if anybody sees me looking at my screen all stupid, it's because I'm reading text messages and stuff. I'm potentially about to, I'll just say, attempt to buy a house. I found one that's like 2 blocks away from my church, which would be amazing.
Nice.
And it's stupid cheap. Um, and I don't even know. Well, I do know why. It's only 840 square feet. It's 2 beds, 1 bath. But I'll be the only one there, so I really don't care. And it's like I think it's like $39,000, and I can get a first time home buyer loan. So because I've never, obviously, I'm not a homeowner, so
That's about the same size of house that mine is. Now, mine was
yeah.
significantly more, but that's probably just because I'm in the city, or at least closer to the city. Or
Then
Ohio's
I was
more expensive.
informed. So the guy that's texted me, he's into like ag credit stuff. So, and he also within like the last 2 years, I think, has purchased his own home. So he's like telling me all these different loans that I can get. He's like, and since the town that I would be moving to if I was to get this house, it's so small. It is incorporated and it does have a high school in it and all that. Um, but it's so small. Like population density is so small. I can get a rural home credit something loan on top of some other loan, which would somehow make my payment less. So he was trying to explain it to me. I'm like, bro, I have no clue what you're talking about. I'll just take you to the bank with me.
All right. Well, hey, that's nice, man.
Yeah. I mean, so
Yeah,
some
houses are good to have, but
potential movement on up in the world.
yeah, there's a lot of work with houses, though. I will warn you.
Oh yeah, and I grew up poor, so I don't mind living as if I'm poor. I'm not now. Well, I guess no, I'm not. I'm considered middle class now. I guess I think I'm above that line, but not by much. But like I don't have to have lights on. The only reason I have lights on in this house is because the only thing that we have to pay for in this house is electric and uh, trash pickup, I believe.
Okay.
And then obviously insurance and all that stuff. But
Right, gents, I am back. I will be dipping out again very shortly just to complete the second part. But which you two gentlemen are actually involved in this, by the way. So round one, if you're watching on X, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, you probably don't have a clue what this is. That's fine. It's just a stupid little game that I did last year to help people meet new mutuals. It ended up helping me meet a lot of people that I now consider very good friends. So hopefully you meet a lot of mutuals as well. Keep the campaigning clean and fun. Anything dodgy, I'm removing you straight up. So please do enjoy it. But the men's are now live, round one, 24 hours per poll. Hope you all enjoy it. Hope you have a good time with it. It is just a bit of fun and banter. I will now be dipping over to drop the women's final. I just realized Zach is on his phone, so he's probably went over to go share it, and he's dipped out on us. So I'm sure he'll be back. Gabe, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm actually checking it out right now and getting ready to repost it.
So Zach's on his phone, so I'm going to stay up and continue talking with you for now.
Sweet.
And once he's back, I will go ahead and get the women's launching, get it launched as well. Zachary, you're back.
Yeah, sorry, I had to go vote for my opponent.
Yes, that's fine. Right, I'm still going to be on the screen, but I'm going to mute myself again so I can go and do the ladies. And then when I'm done with that, I will announce the Bible winner, and then we could just chill and chat. So everybody enjoy.
Sounds good. Yeah, right now I'm just voting for whoever I recognize the most, but I am following all the other people I don't actually follow right now.
Let's see.
I follow Classical. All right. Mr. Ponder.
Yes, John, it will be fantastic to. So, a little backstory ish with me. So, I don't live alone. I live with my grandmother because of previous health reasons, but those health reasons are no longer. I mean, like they're still there, but like I don't need to be here really. Whereas before I did, I was kind of dependent for a little bit. So yes, it would be a blessing to have my own space. And since it's only 2 bedrooms, I'm not married, I don't have kids. So 1 bedroom can be just my books, which I have a lot of.
Nice.
And then Tina is asking how to check this out. I'm assuming that you're talking about the polls, Tina. Just go to Layman's X page, and he's posting them on there.
Indeed. And I reposted it, as well as I think Zach's reposted it too. I don't know.
I shared the one that I'm in. I think I reposted the main, if that's where he's putting the polls under the main one.
Yeah, he's putting he's got them under the round one right now.
Okay, so that one I haven't shared that one yet. I did share mine though to tell people to go vote for me. And since
sorry, not to interrupt, you'll not need to share the main one anyway, because in the polls, everybody that's in the bracket will be sharing their own poll anyway, so plenty of people, they'll see it that way anyway, so you don't need to worry about that.
All right.
Sounds
good.
All right. But since I have the floor and my opponent does not, I would like to say, go vote for me, because I'm a Presbyterian and that is the way. Thank you. The speech is now concluded.
Very, very quick and cut to the chase. Oh, wait, I'm not following that dude. Let me give him a quick follow. There we go.
We were commenting back and forth this morning, me and him. If I scroll back out, since I'm on my phone, if I go back to X, it'll cut me off. But I cannot think of his name right now. But yeah, we were messaging back and forth this morning, and I was like,
Trenton.
man, huh?
Trenton.
His name's Trenton.
Yes, that's it. I was wanting to say Tony, but I was like, no, that's not it. But he said something about how he was going to lose because just the sheer amount of followers that I have, I got like 1,700 or something like that. And I was like, numbers don't matter. I was like, I'm just afraid of those biceps that you have. So if everybody goes and looks, this man can probably curl me. So, you know, he seems like a pretty good dude. I only met him through this, and he seems pretty chill, pretty down to earth from what I've spoken to him so far.
I don't think this is like hidden knowledge. I'm not gonna say it, but like you technically are in a group chat with his son. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. But
Which group chat? I'm in a lot of group chats, dude.
okay.
And for me, it's hidden knowledge, I guess.
Maybe. I'm only in one group chat, but that's just because I can't stand group chats.
Right, Feckless, you see those biceps? Dude, this man hits the gym. Either that or he hauls a lot of hay.
Maybe. Never know. Unless you ask him,
Maybe he
of
works
course.
on the railroad and he's a spot driver. Do they
Possibly.
still do that by hand?
I don't know, actually. They might. They might use a
I know
special
there's a
tool for it.
machine. Well, I know that there's like a track laying machine, but they're like super expensive and very finicky.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of machines though, as machines are not very affordable.
Yeah, especially like something like this. It's built for one purpose, and in America we don't lay a lot of tracks, so why would they continue to upgrade it? I wish that's something that we did though, to have more options for rail because we live in such a big country. It'd be nice to. I want to take a train trip across the country. Now you can do that, and I do intend on it someday. I actually live not too far from an Amtrak passenger train stop. It's not a depot. It's just literally in the middle of nowhere. It's a shack with a platform. That's it. And that line goes from New Orleans to Memphis to Chicago. I don't think it hits St. Louis in between there, but then so like my plan would be to go all the way. Obviously, I've been to Memphis plenty of times in my life. Um, it's only like 2.5 hours from me, but go down to New Orleans. I've only been there once, and then go all the way up to Chicago. Immediately leave Chicago as fast as I can, and just go west, and then make a circle back, like down around California. Don't really want to be in California for too long. Sorry, Sam. Um, but like come through the western states and all that stuff, and hit New Orleans, and then back home.
Nice. Yeah, and this is gonna sound kind of maybe a little bit dumb of me, but I've sat down and actually contemplated like running, not like a full sprint, but just going on like a run or a really long hike all the way across the country and back. I think it would be a lot of fun, but obviously, if you're doing that, you're obviously not making a lot of money and gotta have a good savings to keep your home. And if you're doing that, you're not going to be at home to take care of it, which with a home you kind of have to take care of him. So
yeah, someday I want to do the entire AT. I think that would be pretty cool.
nice. Sam said your loss, I'm guessing, to the California to comment that you made.
Yeah, it's not though.
I don't know. There's some events that happen in California I want to go to, and I'll be honest with you, I've been so I've openly declared, and do you guys know who Ruslan is? He's kind of like a pop culture Christian. Okay, I got thumbs up from Layman.
I've heard of. Is he is like a musician or a comedian or something?
Yeah, he does
some kind of performing or something.
He does rap and stuff. But his big thing is he's got his Christian news kind of pop culture show that he has. It's like the most pop culture thing I consume at any given moment, as far as like what's going on in the world of pastors and like a little bit of church drama and like various just general politics and kind of some weird stuff that he tosses in there. He goes over a lot of stuff. But he hosts a few events and he's hosting one here coming up towards the beginning of next year, I believe, over in California. And he has those, and they're nice events. And I'd like to go to one day. But
so Sam, if I ever do decide to set foot in California, I do want to go see the giant sequoias. Obviously, the coast on was it Interstate One, and then the redwood forest. But that's it. That's literally the only things I want to see.
Now, I'm sure most people, well, I say most people don't know I said that. I can see they're already aware of it on X, but the ladies round 1 is also now up as well. So I hopefully have made no mistakes. If anyone is in the women's bracket or the men's bracket and I tagged the wrong person, I've double checked. Please alert me if I have tagged the wrong person. I will reset your poll so that you will not lose out on votes. So let me know. No, right, I can come back. I've messed out on a lot of these comments. Factless says was in Lake Forest before COVID. Wild place. I'm assuming this is to Zach as well. Not even Yosemite.
Yeah, I would go there. Yeah.
Yeah. In Tina says in Southern California, the mountains up at the Big Bear or Arrowhead are very nice. Chris, it's a pity California has so many leftist cities. Yeah, well, there's plenty of places that aren't leftist in there either. And you've never been here, but you're throwing shade. Now, careful, Zach. Careful.
I've been to San Diego.
So, gents, your polls are all up. Is that correct?
Indeed.
And no mistakes were made, I hope.
I hope not, because I've followed everyone that was at all tagged in them. So
yeah, well, that's what this is about. Like when I did this last year as well, it was a way for people to meet new mutuals, and like a lot of the mutuals I met during that time, I'm still actually mutuals with. So like, it'll be interesting to see how this one goes, because there's some people that were in there last time, but there's also plenty that are new. So it'll be interesting to go see. Now, Zach's internet has either died on us or he is away over to X to find out something. So, that being said, I'm now a lot more free because I don't have to worry about posting the polls anymore, which I probably should have done earlier, but, well, they're done now. So the way this will work is obviously people will advance round by round, but I am not going to be spamming you with polls every day. So there will be breaks in between. So keep an eye out. You'll know anyway because you're tagged. And I will be announcing the Bible winner very, very shortly. We are 34 minutes into our broadcast. Gabe and Zach entertained us with some tool talk. And even though I could hear you, I was so checked out because I was like trying to type things. For once, I didn't hear it, so tool talk didn't matter.
Sweet, sounds good to me.
Oh
man, gotta love the tool talk.
Well, you gents obviously do. Like, I don't mind it. It's just it's not my area.
Yeah, I get it. I get it indeed.
Oh dear. Well, Gabe, how was your work day?
I didn't actually
challenge that part.
I didn't actually work today. Today I had off. Like I was kind of saying, I woke up. I was just depressed. Something was just going over me, and I was just not in a great mood. And So I had to get up, and I was like, you know what, I gotta get some stuff done. Got it done, and got to hang out with my family a little bit. After I got
Nice.
done hanging out with them, I got back home, and here I am. It's been a fairly, I don't want to say productive day, 'cause not really a productive day, but I got maintenance done around the house. I got maintenance done with my car.
Yeah.
It's a neutral day, I got things
Well,
taken care of.
rest days can still be productive. I think sometimes people don't treat them that way because they feel like comparatively to what they normally do, they think, oh no, it wasn't that productive. But
Yeah.
either Zach's
Just
either he's
making sure
cleaning
the
his
lens is nice.
camera or
No, I was holding down on a text message so I could read it without leaving.
yeah.
I keep forgetting that anytime I leave, since I'm on my phone, I'm on my phone's browser. So anytime I go to like over to Twitter or read a text message, I actually leave here. But it doesn't kick me out, so that's good.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, it keeps you up there. It just turns the camera off. So.
Oh,
Nice.
good.
But
Okay. Right. Sorry, I made that sound like that was going to be something. I wasn't actually about to say anything. I was just okaying myself. Right, now what am I doing?
I don't know.
Nor do I, Gabe.
Getting
You would
ready
think
for.
you'd think whenever I would say to you guys like, "Hey, we're going to go do a live stream," I'll be somewhat organized. But no. That would be too professional. But I think things are going okay. We're just doing our usual what we'd normally be doing on X, but we're visible. Apart from Gabe, he doesn't have his camera with him tonight, which is fine. Now, on the comments here, I know the majority of people are probably. Hang on, it can actually tell me. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
It does say what platform they're on underneath.
Yeah,
their
I didn't
timer.
notice that before. So 125 of them are from X, which is nice. Good to see y'all. I will be announcing the Bible winner very, very shortly. I am not trying to keep y'all waiting. I just don't want to upload all the polls and then announce the winner at the same time. It'll be chaos. However, what I was going to say is, could someone please type a comment back into the chat, because on my end, I think it is frozen because
Yeah, I was gonna say the same.
Yeah, because there's maybe just no new comments, which is fine, but it's still showing the last comment was 10 seconds ago, which it definitely wasn't.
Here,
There we
I
go.
went ahead and put a comment in.
Mr. Unlivian beat you to it.
Oh man. Oh yeah, and he's on Twitch, so nice.
He is on Twitch. He is on YouTube. He's also now a mod on Twitch as well, so
Nice.
which is good because last time we got our very first bot, which was probably not surprising knowing that it's Twitch. But to be honest, I was more surprised that a bot didn't actually come from YouTube.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know YouTube has a lot of bot problems in their comment section. Live stream stuff, I don't tend to see a lot of it, but most of the live streams I'm on are like bigger accounts like David Wood and Apostate Prophet, and they have a whole bunch of mods that I imagine
they do. And I also think I think YouTube's auto mod, I don't know how many bigger accounts use it because, as you say, like they just get people to do the mods for them. But YouTube's auto mod is pretty good at catching spammy things. The only issue I hear people say about YouTube's auto mod is it'll also just catch regular people's comments and hold them and be like, okay, yeah, this was spam. And it's like, it's clearly not.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what Zach's laughing at.
Probably a text he got.
No, it was somebody reposted the poll that I'm in. Said that they're insane if they don't vote for his dad, which is my opponent.
I told you were in a group chat with them. Well, you're not now because I think you left that one, but still.
Yeah.
So, have you got away now, Zach? Have you your iPad beside you or what? Or?
I can go get it. I'll have to.
No. I wasn't asking you to. I meant like, how did you see? Because your camera didn't dip out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well, I'm on my phone, so I saw the little thing come up at the top of my
You're
phone.
on what, sorry?
I'm on my phone.
Oh, the wee drop down notification thing.
Yeah,
Ah, okay.
and I'm
Fair, fair,
really
fair,
trying
fair.
my best to not click those.
Hey, look, if you drop out, it's fine. You're going to come back in, and it'll just be me and the talking head of Gabe. So,
Indeed.
I did want to point out. So before you get to your Bible thing, whenever Gabe commented on X, I heard him hit enter, and then I counted, and it seems like it's about 12 seconds. So I think that it is faster doing it this way.
okay. Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
All right,
that'll
sweet.
do. We are about at 40 minutes. I will hit the Bible winner at the top of the hour, so not long left, folks, and then I will announce the winner. And yeah, we'll probably just chill and chat for the remainder. But from what I see so far, hopefully you guys are enjoying the X Games. Some good memes out of this came last year, and a lot of healthy, good competition. So we'll see how things go.
Ooh, I
Now,
just realized I can do this.
a quick question: am I
Hang on,
allowed to
before
use?
you ask. Now, Gabe, whenever you said it, I realized I can do this. You haven't found a way to cheat, have you?
What? No. This. You'll see. Don't worry. You'll see. Don't worry. This is good stuff. This is good stuff.
Gabe's just
Right
about to
here.
pop on camera, isn't he?
Nah, I can't quite do that. But I will pop on camera in a way. All right, here we go. Here we go. There we go.
Hey, it's Gabe.
Oh, there we
Yeah.
go. We've got a profile picture. That's good.
There we go.
Now,
That way
let
it
me just
matches.
point out Gabe is the one that is not IP.
Yes. Unless you want to pretend in your mind that I am IP, which I can't control your mind, so.
That is true. That is true.
Yep.
Now, Tina says she doesn't know what in the world she's doing, but she's having fun. That's the entire point, Tina. All it is now is like just share it, have a bit of fun with your opponent, keep it lighthearted. And what actually happened with a lot of the ladies last time was they all actually made mutuals. So just a way for everybody to try and meet new accounts, because X has a real downside of like it'll mute certain people's accounts if it doesn't think their reach, like their tweets are like what's the language X uses again? What do they call that again? Limited visibility for what?
I don't remember, but I know they do limited visibility or
Yeah,
visibility suppression. I don't know what language they would use for that.
yeah. So like they do it for people all the time, and there's a lot of like I have a lot of good mutuals out there that never get their stuff seen. So this is just a way that helps people get their stuff out, because what actually happens is obviously because everybody's sharing the stuff and promoting their friends or whatever. X starts promoting their accounts a lot more, because then they think it's doing better on the algorithm. So
Indeed, got to trick the algorithm into promoting people.
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's just me pointing out what Isaiah is trying to do. Yeah, because YouTube has an XP system on the chat, so if people want to compete against me in the chat of YouTube, feel free. But
nice.
I think I'm taking that number one spot from Isaiah.
Ooh, fighting words.
Indeed.
Tina says, but I'm not seeing. Oh, sorry, hang on. I had my mouse in my way, but I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any sort of action at all. It takes a little bit of time, Tina. Just make sure you go and I forget who you're linked up with again. Go comment on your. I don't like using the term opponent, but you know what I mean. Go comment on the person you're interacting with and strike up a little bit of a friendship. And as I say, I will not be directly sharing anyone's. I don't know why I said directly, because I won't be indirectly doing it either. But I will not be engaging with anyone's things, because I'm not trying to influence. But I'm sure Zach and Gabe, who know you, will send a vote your direction.
Indeed.
Yeah, I haven't done the women's vote yet. I've just done the mids, but I will.
Well, that's normally what happens. Like the men and women obviously keep to themselves in their platforming, but the first round is normally a lot more chill because people are just like, "Hey, vote for me." It's normally as people advance, that's when you start seeing more of the actual like memes and stuff coming out. So it's quite fun.
Sounds very fun. I've seen these before because I've seen you put out these in the past. I think you did one last year, or at
So
least.
I did one last year, which was smaller, but it uh people seemed to really like it, and people said they really enjoyed it. They made a lot of new mutuals. Now, because it was my first time, I made a lot of mistakes. This one is still not going to be perfect because if I was to try and make it good for everyone, I would fail. Because what happened last time was there were people put in with accounts that maybe had 40,000 followers, and I don't know why it didn't occur to my dumb brain, but it just didn't. I was like, how can I put people on, that have less than 1,000 versus 40,000? So I didn't think it through very well. So obviously this time there's the under 2K bracket and the over 2K bracket. Still not perfect because obviously you're going to get some with bigger followings and stuff. But often what happened last year, and this is what I say, this is why it was really nice. A lot of the people with bigger accounts actually promoted their opponents and was like, go follow them, because ultimately that's what it's about. It's just a little bit of banter, and it's just a way to meet new people. Like anybody that's taking this as a serious competition, I didn't see it last year, and I haven't seen it this year. I know it's only just launched, but
Hey, I think I
mean,
found something.
I'm taking it so seriously.
Go for it.
You
Go
tagged.
Zach first.
Oh yeah, Zach, go ahead and go.
Oh, that was it. I was just saying that I'm taking it extremely seriously.
Okay.
I must
Well,
win.
you tagged the wrong Gabe. You tagged Gabe, literally just at Gabe.
What?
Yeah.
Who did I tag?
You tagged at Gabe or Gabe Irwin.
Oh no!
I didn't even notice because I'm just used to being referred to as Gabe, so I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely me. And
Dude,
then
I didn't either, so I just blindly went and voted.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
But I know I hit your tag. Oh dear,
Yeah,
hang
I'm
on.
gonna follow Mr. Gabe Irwin real quick.
Hold on.
I don't know who he is, but I'm following him.
I need to fix this immediately. Hold on.
Who is this guy? I'm gonna do some
Who are you
research to
against?
find out who this guy is.
Storm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm against Storm.
Okay.
I don't know. I just found out who Storm is.
Now, I wonder if I delete this post, will it delete the whole thing? I don't think it should. I think it should just be that one, right?
Yeah, it should just be that one.
Okay, if this all goes pear-shaped, it's Gabe's fault. You all heard it.
Yep, it would be my fault. I will take the fall. As is my duty, I will gladly take the fall.
Okay, so someone keep me right. Goodness, I hope I didn't put another person in wrong.
What is this dude posting?
I don't know.
Other at Gabe is just posting a whole bunch of TikTok videos, and I'm unfollowing him. I was gonna follow him because he has my name, but you know what?
Yeah. He's probably been like, what have I entered?
Oh man. Yeah. Either way. That was funny. I
now feel so bad though, but because like yours already had yours and Thomas already had
I think I even reposted it.
Okay, delete that and then go share the new one.
All right.
What do you see? I probably did something wrong with the other ones too. No one else has told me I've done anything else wrong yet, so.
Hey, it does say me now. There we go.
This is the only one I am resharing, but I'm only sharing because I messed it up.
I need a good GIF to go with this. I don't use a lot of GIFs, but I feel like if y'all have taught me anything, it's that GIFs win votes. Yes, this is a perfect GIF. There
But
we
I
go.
can't. I can't see anything yet. So.
Oh, you're good. I just found it and just went ahead and posted it.
Oh goodness gracious!
There we go. Now,
So
I've
Lord
got that.
Lord of Valinor saw it first. He was like, "Yep, you tagged the wrong game."
Yeah,
Typical.
I didn't even notice it until he mentioned it. I just saw Gabe and I was like, "That's me!" Hey.
Okay, so bear with me, folks. I'm now just going through making sure I didn't tag any of the wrong women, but I don't see any of them saying I have yet. So
Cool beans.
I think, Layman, since you deleted that one, it like broke the chain of the thread. So for people to see the other ones, they either have to go to their page or somebody that
they've
shared it.
already all reshared them anyway. So
Okay. I was
yeah.
gonna say, or they have to click on mine and then look at all the stuff below mine.
All right. Well, I will take the fall for that. You know, that one was my fault.
How was it your fault? It was my fault for tagging the wrong game.
Oh, because I said it was going to be
Apparently, the
timed.
dude had 56K. So you know.
Yeah, but I checked out his account. All he was posting was a whole bunch of like TikTok videos, and yeah, I'm just not about that. So
Yeah. Okay.
Are you sure you're
I
not a
think
famous TikToker?
I think I have everything fixed. Hey, it wouldn't be me if I didn't mess something up.
all right.
Yeah, we can blame the Irish guy.
What did you say?
What?
I didn't hear what you said. So
Oh,
So yeah,
man.
we can blame the Irish guy.
mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry, folks. I
And
had
for
the
having
microphone. So
All right. I kind
there
of
we
took
go.
a
for having the
little.
wrong date.
Took a
Joyful's
little.
even laughing at me.
It's all good. We all make little oopsies every now and again. I went ahead and looked through them, and I don't think any of the other ones were misdone. So
No, I double checked myself, even though I said I double checked the first time. See, I think part of the issue was I typed Gabe, your name came up. So I automatically just, I think in my head was like, yeah, that's the right Gabe. But then I must have hit, physically hit the wrong Gabe.
Yeah.
So, as I
It's all
said,
good.
Wouldn't be me if it wasn't a wee mistake. So 7 minutes, folks, and I will announce the winner of the Bible giveaway. If you didn't win this time, do stay tuned. We'll have more giveaways coming up because I have quite a few Bibles I still need to get rid of, because I'm just not using them. So they might as well go to use. Folks, how is everybody sounding? How am I sounding? Because I knocked my mic a minute ago and I think I changed the setting.
In here, I hear you fine, but I can open up the stream and listen a little
Yeah,
bit.
you guys should hear me okay, but just let me know if anybody else can. So, but anyway, Joyful's also one of the competitors, so I expect to see plenty of campaigning from people.
Indeed. I will just.
Also, Zach. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Gabe.
I was going to say, I will just gradually campaign for everyone except for myself.
What I did. Still nice and clear on the platform with only me. Hey, brother. It's okay. I'm sure at some stage Twitch will pick me up. Apparently, things like this do you okay on Twitch, which I wouldn't have thought so. But
Yeah, I
Sam
would have
says I
thought,
can hear you good.
given that Twitch is owned by Amazon, I would have thought they would have been like hyper aggressive against religion. Because isn't it supposed to be like a gaming stream platform?
So yeah, but it's from what I know now is like the only reason I did Twitch was because a brother messaged me and was like, "Hey, look, why don't you do a Twitch one as well? Like you can stream the way you are from EVMux. Like you don't really have to police it too much. Just make sure you have a mod or something so you know that your chats aren't getting hit with like corn accounts or something like
Yeah.
that. So I probably will pay a little bit of attention to it. But yeah, they were like apparently like Christian, like religious sort of stuff does, like, I'll not say it does amazingly, but they said apparently it does pretty well. So they've opened up now into like just live chat streams and stuff, and yeah, so we'll see.
Nice.
We shall see. But yes, I was going to say to you, Zach, what do you think of the background now? Is it a little bit better, or
Hang on, I haven't even looked at it.
It's got
I
the
was
very
posting in the
network
group chat there.
Now, tell me this while Zach's doing that: is the background moving? Because it looks frozen on my end.
It's on the actual.
moving.
For me, it's moving. On the actual stream, I think it's frozen.
Mm-hmm.
And so I imagine it's an
sorry.
optimization thing. So
It's just, yeah, as I said, this laptop's 8 gigabyte. It's not going to do it. On Livian, I can take care of the Twitch dude, or you can kick him, whatever you want to do.
oh yeah, you got the bot. We were just talking about it. You know,
It's the same comment as last.
It's
time.
the same comment, but a different account. So on Livian can take care of it, or if he's not free, I can boot it. It's typical. It's like you name them and they appear.
Indeed, they're like, wait,
You were
oh
talking
yeah,
about
we
me?
should send in a message here, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the background, Tina. It's the background that he's
Yeah,
talking
we're just
about
asking if the background's still moving on stream, because it's showing like it's not moving on my side. But again, that's probably just, as I say, the laptop's 8 gigabytes are like, nah, we can't do no more.
Yeah, on my end, it is moving really smoothly, but I'm watching the stream also, and on the stream, it's just frozen. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Save bandwidth.
Well, it's yeah, that part's not a big deal. It's more just I'm assuming it did on Livian. I can't check on my end because I don't have. Actually, hang on. I can open Twitch on my phone. That'll tell me. Do I have Twitch on my phone? Yes, I do. Sorry, folks, if a noise blasts out here, it's probably... Okay, nope, that's good.
Right. Cool garbanzo beans. Oh man, I gotta get myself some beans. We got a whole cabinet full of beans too. It's more
yes, on Livian,
emergency
you got it.
food.
Thank you, bro. Sorry, Gabe, I didn't mean to interrupt you there. I just got excited.
Oh no, you're good. It was just some filler content from yours truly about his love for beans.
In
Who's
reply
love for
to
beans?
Sam there.
Oh, I love
it
beans.
is supposed to be moving to Tennessee.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, yeah, it is meant to be moving. It was moving earlier, but as long as the rest of the things are working and you can hear us, at least that's the main thing.
Yep.
So, about 1 minute, folks, and I will. What you drinking?
Water.
And is it? Oh, it's not milk then.
No.
Oh.
I should go grab a glass of milk. I've got some high fructose corn syrup free. What's the stuff called? Chocolate syrup stuff to add to it too. Because I was like, you know what sounds really good? Chocolate milk. And then I was looking at all the chocolate milk stuff, and it's all like super high in high fructose corn syrup. I'm like, I don't want none of that. So I went for the natural stuff.
Just says no.
So here's a question for you guys. Well, I just popped Joyful's question up, but I have a separate question. So, Gabe, do you eat beans on toast?
No, I do not.
You're missing.
Do I have to try it? Like, is it something I should try? Because I've never tried it. I'm obviously UK, Northern Ireland, so like I'm going to say yes, try it. All right. I just usually heat up I got a whole bunch of cans of them. I've got some of the dried beans that I'll boil or whatever I got to do.
No, bro. It has to be baked beans.
Oh, I love baked beans. Yeah,
baked
I take baked beans and then I just put them in I cook them. I put them in my little pot. I get them nice and warm, and then I put them in a little bowl, and I eat those things like it's its own meal. They are wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like me and olives. I love olives too.
all
I
this
love
talk about
olives, but
food.
so many people don't like them. I'm like, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah.
Well, folks, it is time to announce the winner. And where are you? Where did you disappear to? Now, as I said, if you didn't win this one, please stay tuned. Obviously, I don't mean tonight, but there will be future giveaways coming up. I wish I had a better way of showing this right now, but I'm incredibly limited. But the funny thing is, I actually had a laugh with this brother the other day because I was like, "You seem to be on a win streak with winning things," and lo and behold, guess who won the Bible?
Who's that? I don't
That is
actually.
Mr. Kobe.
Oh,
Kobe,
So,
okay.
huh?
brother, you have won yet another Bible. I will get in touch with you, and you can give me your address or your PO box or whatever. And yeah, congratulations on your Bible. As I say, if anyone is disappointed that they didn't get it, don't worry. There will be more giveaways coming soon, and there will be more King James Bibles specifically because quite a few people asked for it. Oh dear. I think I have ruined poor Sam's day. She did not win. You're still a winner to me, Sam.
I think it's really because she's not in Tennessee.
No. I think she is very, very happy where she is. There we go. Gabe has soothed you. More heartbreak for her. Ah,
Oh
dear.
man.
Well, I am not ending anytime soon. As long as people aren't bored of us. But yeah, let us know. Have you took part in the X Games? There is a category for over 2K, by the way, but the women's are nearly filled. The man's over 2K is not nearly filled yet. So if you're interested, comment, let me know. I don't mean here, obviously, I mean on X. That's where I'll be able to find it better. But if you're not interested, that's fine. It just means those brackets won't win. But X seems to be, from what I can see here, it seems to be jumping off well with people having fun. So
Yeah, it says on. I'm just looking at the X panel on it. It says that you have 160 views. I don't know if that's like people watching it live, or if
so
that's like that
it
popped in and popped out, or how they do that.
I don't know. I think mm, it's been a while since I've used this. I think that's meant to be how many are still watching because it obviously goes up and down. But yeah. But oh, now Zach's jumped out on us. Is he trying to do a profile picture now as well, or has he just?
Maybe,
He's
I don't know. Because normally it just goes black whenever he pops off.
he might be on X doing something. To be fair, although last time when it was just me and Zach on, he did have to jump out internet reasons, and then he came back in, so we could see him again anyway. As I say, folks, if you are watching, I will eventually get a better light setup. It's just if I turn on my overhead light right now, I will be incredibly. Whoa, there he is back. Hello, Mr. Zach.
Hello. I had to go check and see if I was still winning.
So Joyful said Zach is sad he didn't win the Bible. This is true.
No. Yep.
Sam
I
says
have
thanks.
so many Bibles.
Little teary eyes. Brother, like all jokes aside, I don't know how many Bibles Kobe has won recently because I've seen quite a few, but like it that happens at times. People end up going on like win streaks and stuff. Tina says she is going to stay right here. That's good, Tina. We always enjoy having you about. Um. So, gentlemen, anything you guys would like to discuss tonight, or because now we've officially taken care of all business, we have taken care of the X Games, and we have taken care of the Bible giveaway. So
You even had tool talk today, man. It's been a nice, fulfilling.
I did, and
so
I actually got to zone out and not pay attention. So
yeah,
That's okay.
I mean,
you can go back and re-listen.
yeah, if you want to, you are free to take some time to listen to it. Oh yeah. Let me check the list real quick.
yeah, I was gonna say because I no longer have it in front of me. I'm using my tablet as my light at the moment. So if I do that, I'm really gonna be a little troll in a cave.
It looks
give me
like we
just one
got
second.
him up against OK Lockers.
Okay, Lockers, yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't know who that is, but I did give him a follow.
So OK Lockers is actually a grip on X. They're really cool dudes. I don't know all of them, but Frog Dude, you all know my love for Frog Dude. He is still, even though he's not on X, he is still an OK Locker. So my love and appreciation for Frog Dude is immense. So why is he winning, G? You've got to combat him. You've got to throw out
Dude.
some good memes.
Gee, I've got to confess something. I meant to vote for you, and then I accidentally clicked the wrong one.
Uh-oh.
So it was. I'll take that fall. I'm sorry, man. But
oh dear.
Next time around, I will make sure to vote for you. Don't worry.
What a betrayal! What a betrayal! So also, just so folk know, oh, hang on. I accidentally voted for him. Picked the wrong one. Wait, so hang on. Is Olivian sinking the boot in and being like, I voted for the wrong person?
At least it's not just me, you know?
Yeah. He wants you to make a new account.
You know what? You're right. I have my other account. I'm gonna go ahead and open it up on my other account, and I'll vote for the right person.
Cheating the system. I'll allow it. Big thumbs, small thumb. That is me all the time. Like my iPhone keyboard, I always end up typing the wrong thing. No, Zach is out again. He might be checking something. He may be. I don't know. But yeah. So what I was going to say is technically I didn't put you up against anyone. I used an app randomizer that threw the names into different brackets. So this time, although I say this time, last time I technically did do that as well. The only downside was there was just accounts in there that had humongous followings, and I did not think about that. So, do you know who should have a better time this time? Is Ashley's board. Last time she got put in against Patriarchy Hannah, of all people.
Yeah, I think your thing was how I actually ran into Ashley, because I have this tendency where she's like the only account I will follow and then unfollow for a period of time and then refollow, just because she posts a whole bunch of like memes and some really random stuff, and I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and unfollow for now, and then I go back and I follow again.
Not even mutes her, just unfollows.
Well, I don't know how to unmute someone if I mute them, so I just unfollow and I refollow later. It works.
It works.
I mean, it works. I follow. I don't want to say his name. I'll stick with his alias. I follow Reformed Zoomer, so you know, You know, eventually she always ends up popping up in my feed again, so I just refollow whenever she pops back up.
So it's funny that you say that it was through. So I never got to explain this earlier because you were saying, you know, you'd mentioned how last time I did this you'd seen people. So originally this was not my idea. Like, this was around for quite a long time on X. I just took it a step further and made it into like a, I don't know what way to put it. I made it into more of a way to actually make it about oh goodness, why am I tripping over my words? Making it a way for you to make more mutuals, if that makes sense. Because if you interact with someone on here, and you know, so there's an example. You were talking about Reform Summer, and then you found Ashley through this, and like that's the way this was intended to work. But originally, I was actually in one of these run by Mr. Hopefully I don't butcher his name, but Asher, is it Brunert or Brunert?
I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, that doesn't help.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Zach's back. So yeah, initially he entered me into one. I met an awful lot of good friends on there, including some of the guys that I'm now in a group chat with. And I mean, like, I've made some real, you know, people can say whatever they want. Like, obviously, like, in real life friends will always beat internet friends. But I've made some great people that I would love to meet at some stage. But anyway, I am rambling. What I was initially trying to say was this is just the aim behind this, because there was a guy there messaged earlier today, and he was concerned about what the reason was behind this, and like it's simply just for people to make new mutuals, because like if you take part in it and you end up okay, I don't actually like the people that I'm interacting with, that's fine. You can just click on follow, it's fine. But there is a lot of people, the guys, I'm sure would testify to it, but a lot of the women today actually shared, who took part last year, shared how many mutuals they made out of it, and they've made some lifelong online friends. So that's the goal behind it. And yeah, I just hope people enjoy it. It's good fun for me too, because I end up getting to see a lot of memes out of it. So
Yeah, I think my meme campaign will start whenever we're done here.
All right.
well,
I have
that's
a
the good
lot of
thing.
I have a lot of Baptist memes.
Here, I've got one. Oh, wait, can I upload it as media? I've got one somewhere on my computer here. Let me find it.
So
Real
I
quick.
have a folder, and that's what I was just looking at to make sure that it was still up to date. Because one of my friends, he'll send me Baptist memes, and they are all in good fun. Like there's some of them that you would think cross the line, and I'm not going to use those. But so I have my own folder for specifically Baptist memes that are making fun of Baptists, and there's 281 memes in there.
Goodness gracious, that's a lot
So
of
whenever I
memes.
said that I have memes for days, I wasn't joking. My
But
iPad
but
storage is almost full of memes.
but he does not yet have a meme for every day of the week. He's failing.
Oh man.
I mean,
Well, I don't have a meme for
I
every day of the
can.
week, but yeah. All right, never mind. I don't have the meme on this computer. It's basically just a funny meme. But not really even about a denomination or anything, just about
In general,
it's a KJV only meme. It's basically just a pastor who has a specific outfit on,
The
and they're like,
pants. It's
yeah,
the
yeah,
pants. I
yep.
have it. Where it says if your pastor shows up with pants on like this, you know you're reading from the KJV.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, I
speaking
gotta
of the
find it
KJV,
again.
was I could send it to you. But I was going to say, speaking of the KJV, I have no idea what's going on. But do you know who's finding an awful lot of success on X at the moment?
No.
Steven Anderson.
Oh, the
That's
KJV guy?
Yeah,
because he's posted controversial stuff and everybody keeps sharing it. At least from what I've seen. I
Count
mean,
real
maybe
quick.
he's posting good stuff. I don't know.
Well, there are a lot of Steven Andersons out here.
what on X?
Yeah, on X. I just searched Steven Anderson, and there's like a giant, massive list of people with that username. I think I found it. It's just this. No, that's definitely not it. Is it this one?
Do I have a meme mall? I have a meme mall. She's not a meme.
Yeah, but do you
She
have a
could
meme?
be with some of the things that she says, though.
Found him. I only found
Mr.
him
Yeah, I think
because
Anderson?
it's like
yeah, I only
Stephen
follow
H.
him because all
Anderson or
of you
something.
guys follow him.
Wait, I don't follow.
Oh well, I found Stephen L. Anderson or S. Anderson 1611,
Yeah, that's
pastor
him.
of Faithful World Baptist Church in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep.
Okay, well I found him. Yeah, he's got 23K right now, so he is indeed popping off.
He's pretty wild.
I have to admit though, but sometimes like
Oh, it's that dude, the one with the giant map behind him.
yeah,
Yes.
Yep. All right,
yeah,
I've seen some of his stuff.
yeah. I, I don't want to say too much, but there are sometimes he is funny.
Mhm.
Like I'll not take that away from him, but
Hey, if someone's funny, you gotta give them credit for being funny. You can't.
Well, yeah, sometimes it's humor, other times it's more just, yeah, he'll do something outrageous, and it's like, uh, mad. Sorry, folks, I am
Yeah.
a little bit distracted here, and I know it's probably not making very good viewing. I am just checking something out here, just in case someone is being,
Beans. All right. I got a really funny quote from Augustine that was recommended to me by a good online buddy named Paladin, or Protestant Paladin.
Oh, yes, that dude followed
Often-
me recently.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
was
hang
like,
on, Gabe. What are you showing us, Zach?
his cigar. I think that's his cigar, right?
Oh,
It looks
yeah,
like
yeah,
a
it is.
cigar.
It was too close to the camera. I was like, is he holding up a whiskey or a...
No.
Sorry, Gabe, back to what you were saying, though.
But yeah, no, he showed me this really good quote because we were going through one of my articles I wrote, the article I wrote on Calvinism, and he's like, I think you should add a quote here to like fill it in a little bit more. And I'm like, yeah, I could do that. And he found me a really good quote from Augustine on like the Calvinist view of free will, which
Mm-hmm.
he was like, this will be a really good quote. And it's from St. Augustine. I'm probably going to butcher the name or the pronouncement of the name, but the Acridion. But the quote goes something like this, and I'm reading it, but I might mess up, so I apologize.
That's okay.
And they do anything by the free determination of their own will. Again, I say, God forbid. For if it was by evil use of his free will that man destroyed both it and himself, for as a man who kills himself must, of course, be alive when he kills himself, but after he has killed himself and ceases to live, and cannot restore himself to life. So, when man, by his own free will, sinned, then sin became victorious over him. The freedom of his will was lost. And I thought that was a really good kind of articulation of.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's just the Calvinist interpretation of free will. I think that could even be a Lutheran interpretation of free will. Where
I would, so like, I was listening, I would send it to me, I would need to actually read it to like fully comprehend what was just said there, because like, it's one thing
Absolutely.
hearing a thing, it's another thing reading it, so...
I'll drop it in the chat. The thing he liked about it was kind of how extreme the quote went, and I'll drop it in the private chat too. There we go. But yeah, no, it's chapter 30 of the Acridion by St. Augustine, and yeah, he was like, he found that he thought it was kind of funny because of how elaborate and how kind of extreme, yet how good of an analogy that was by Augustine to use. So, and I like it too. So I'll probably implement it into my article on Calvinism with an upcoming update.
An article on Calvinism? Oh no.
Yeah, I have that article. I've had that article up.
Oh, did you share this to here?
Yeah, that's
or did you mean to go in the private chat?
I did both. I did one in
okay.
the public chat and the private chat, just in case anyone else wanted to read it also.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically half the chapter, or a quarter of the chapter.
Yeah.
But you can feel free to read it and then read the previous chapters in order to get the greater context.
Yeah.
Which I recommend everyone to do.
Yeah. So I'm not going to make a big deal out of this. Because I know the person wouldn't want me to, but no, you know what? I'm not even going to say it. Never mind. Sorry. Oh yes. I meant to take this off screen. Right. I tell you, folks, if you could physically lift your brain out of your skull and like leave it somewhere, I would 100% have lost my brain a long time ago. My ability to multitask is horrendous. Zach's trying to make us all dizzy with looking at his ceiling fan. Oh, he's muted.
Oh my goodness.
I said my bad. I'm trying to fix my books.
Joyful took my spot on the YouTube chat thing.
Wait, hang on. I'm so confused. What's happened on YouTube?
So YouTube chat keeps track of an XP system based on when you chat, and Joyful has taken my spot. Oh no, I've taken it back.
So
All right.
what does that do? Is it just like a fun?
It's just a fun thing. It literally just puts a little crown with a number next to your name if you're within the top 3.
Oh, and is that anything like I know Twitch do something similar with like watching? You can gain Twitch points from watching, and then that can earn you things from the channel.
No, I don't think that that's the case. I think that it's literally just a vanity thing, so people know who's an active chatter and who's not.
That's fair. That's fair. It would have been more useful if they would have made it like an actual feature, the way Twitch tries to make it a feature. So
Yeah, and they might do that in the future. It might just be that they're implementing it
yeah.
in small bits.
Sorry, folks.
Finally, I got my account with the actual #1 thing marked next to it. Perfect.
Well, while you two battle about that, I appreciate folks, you guys watching, because all the exciting stuff has already took place. This is more now just chill and chat. If you have any questions for us, please drop them in the chat. Please don't ask anything awful. Now,
oh, I didn't
is
see
that is that a crying penguin?
Yes, that's
okay.
funny.
Sorry, my because I'm working with a studio view here, so like my everything's laid out really small for me. So if you see me doing this, I'm just really old and I need to go look at things. Zach's back, but is not back.
Yeah, I've been back.
Oh, your mic's on again. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm shuffling stuff around. Somebody sent me a message.
Fair enough.
And said that they wanted to see my little book collection that I have here in my living room.
Nice. Just while you're doing that, yes, Joyful, we are going to start doing. I won't say. So I'm sure Zach, unless he corrects me on this, and Gabe, I don't think you've done spaces yet, have you?
No, I have not. I have yet to do a space just yet, but
okay. Well, what I was going to do, Joyful. Oh, sorry, mate. I didn't realize.
No. I was saying I might start them, but
yeah, do like honestly, like I'd happily join. But sorry, Joyful, going back to your question, I personally am going to continue doing them like this because for the first time now, like you've been part of our spaces for a while, so you know what it's like. You guys, like if you didn't come up to the mic, and you commented it in the comments, we didn't get to see them unless we went out and read them, and sometimes by that stage, you know, we were maybe an hour, 2, 3 hours deep and we missed the comments. So yes, I'm going to continue doing it this way because you guys can now ask questions. We can see it in real-ish time and answer them. If, however, anybody does want to come up and speak, we're not going to do it tonight because I honestly don't think I could handle any more than 3. I think my laptop might explode. But we will be bringing people up in the future. So if people want to come up and be a guest, you can just do what Gabe's doing, just your profile picture. So it'll be no different than spaces. And yeah, we're going to continue doing things like this in the future. And hopefully do... Sorry, Zach's just giving us a random tour. Hold on, Zach, stop. Can you go back to the start? Okay, now stop. I'm going to put you full screen, and then people can see the books better, I hope. I'll tell you when to start moving. Oh no, hang on, wait, don't do that. Something's gone horribly wrong.
Don't break it.
Okay, hold on. Right, if something goes horribly wrong, folks, apologies. I'll try and fix it. Bear with.
Oh, there we go. I'm not going to name everything, but
book and see full screen.
Yeah. So I'll go with the ones on the bottom first because I've ran out of room. Anybody wants to read that, you definitely should.
Yeah, Bondage of the Will on there. That's every Reformed guy's
yeah.
favorite book by Martin Luther.
Bondage of the Will and the Freedom of the Will.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, you got these two, or these four. Here's all my confession commentaries. And there's these. Now back to the stuff that's standing up. We got Augustine, Calvin, John Knox, original Westminster, the works of Jonathan Edwards, Charles Hodge, John Murray. This is the first one that just says Psalms is the RPCNA songbook of the Psalms. There's the Trinity hymnal. There's the Foundation Psalter. It's 1650, but it's put out by Sermon Audio. And then there's these. This one right here is a 1906, I think, edition of The Pilgrim's Progress. And this is like one of my prized possessions. But yeah, somebody asked to see my little book collection. This is just in my living room underneath my TV. Now I gotta get up out of the floor. Yes, I am.
Okay. Hey, look at me multitasking and learning how to do transitions and things like that, and I didn't end the stream.
Nice. Did not need to end the stream. It worked out.
Do you know something? Like I was saying to Zach last time, so this is my second time using EVMux recently, but like I used it a couple of years ago for an older channel that I had. And do you know something? You know that old comment, it's like riding a bike?
Yeah. You know,
Yeah,
you can't forget it.
this isn't like riding a bike. I remember nothing.
Yeah.
Like EVMux is, I will give it its credit, it's laid out very well to the point. Like if you know what you're doing, I think you would like this software. I'm playing around with it to work out what I want to do with it, but for the moment, it's a mess. Joyful says she does prefer the live chat format than the Twitter comments. Yeah, I think it's better. It means like I know you guys aren't able to come up and speak as handily. But if anybody ever does want to up in future streams, we'll be able to give you a link. Please just don't share it everywhere. And Zach is offline. I'm sure he'll come back. And yeah, but it means we can interact with you guys a lot better. We can see your comments quicker if I can actually manage to pay attention to the comments. So, oh dear. I would transition right now to remove Zach's box, but I'm not going to because I had success the first time. I don't know if I'll have success the second time.
Oh man. Yeah, Tina's like, can we play Bible Bingo? I'm like, that sounds
Where
like
did you
a fun
say this,
idea.
sir?
On X, I replied to. I don't think it directly does the replies, but it's 4 chats up on the comments section.
Oh, I must have missed it. Sorry, Tina. I was too busy chatting.
But I don't know. Is there any good like online Bible Bingo things?
Any what? Sorry.
Good online Bible Bingo things. Yeah,
I have no idea. There's a channel out there I like watching. Oh
dear.
I
could make that. I could totally make a bingo game thing that people could play.
Oh yeah, for sure. You could add it to your website.
Yeah, I could totally. That would be a fun thing to add to the.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'd want to directly integrate it with the Trinity Bible app, but it might be a good just extra thing to have for streams for fun.
Yeah.
Do a Bible bingo thing, and everyone can have the little link that generates the Bible bingo card, and then have a list of topics that goes through. That could be cool.
Yeah. Also, Gabe, I know I can't share it right now, but if you want to tell people about your app, now would be the time.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I just put out a nice big update. It's got a whole bunch of stuff on there. And yeah, I've added a ton of tools, kind of reformatted things, daily Bible reading plans. So if you want to go through the Bible in a year, I plan on reformatting that a little bit because right now I have it set up to be more on a calendar where it goes through the calendar instead of something that you individually start. But that's because I implemented it before I added the account system.
Yeah.
Which I have added. So now you can create an account, you can log in, sign up, and have all your notes saved, highlights saved, and bookmarks saved. So I plan on moving that around and making the reading plan, a daily thing that's linked to your account, so that you can like keep up with your own personal daily reading.
Yeah.
And I plan on adding other reading plans. This is just a general reading plan that just goes through the entire Bible within a year. And then I've added some extra tools like concordance. I've got the Strong's Concordance on there now. Plan on adding some other concordances for anyone who wants to use those.
I was going to say, if you want to post it in the comments as well, just so people can find it, or share it on X, whatever's handier for you.
I'll go ahead and post it in the X comments real quick. It's just trinitybible.app because trinitybible.com is a church. I found that out. I was like, I really want to have it have the word Trinity in it because, you know, a lot of my theology
that would be on brand.
Yeah, it's on brand, and my theology is just so centered around Trinitarian theology.
Yes,
like that is the ultimate Christian theology, right there is Trinitarianism, and so I wanted to do TrinityBible.com, but it was taken by a church. I don't remember where. So I decided, you know what? TrinityBible.app. I'll just commit to eventually making it into an app.
Yeah.
So right now it's a web app. It is not an app that you can download on the app stores or anything yet.
Keyword yet.
Yeah, keyword yet. I do plan on making it at minimum an Android app. iOS is going to be a little bit. I haven't worked very much with Swift, which is the language that iOS uses. So I don't know exactly how I'm going to be going about that. I might have to hire someone else to help me with that part.
Yeah, that's all above my pay grade.
But Android will definitely receive the app eventually. I just looked into Google Play Store some, and the Google Play Store only charges $25 for a developer account. So I'll probably get that set up. Compared to,
sorry, I know you said only, but like I was not expecting to hear $25.
Yeah, but I mean, I compare that to Apple's Apple Store. The App Store on Apple costs $100 a year just for an account to make the stuff, let alone I think to publish an app is another flat rate fee, and if you have any stuff. So I'd have to remove all the donation stuff off of that app because Apple has an issue with you linking to any other payment gateways outside of Apple Pay. So yeah, it's just one of those things. But Apple's got a much more narrow, or I don't know a good word for it, but
Apple are quite. They don't play well.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to say they don't play well with other companies, so like they lock they do say it's for security, which I'm sure there's part of that is true, but yeah, they're notorious for being very closed off. Joyful says her family has switched to your app for family worship, Gabe. It's great.
Oh, sweet, thank you. Yeah, if you run into any errors or anything, just let me know. And I have a forum on there. You can submit any bug reports or anything. I've gone ahead and fixed some bugs that people were reporting that I was able to
mainly just Sachs just giving Gabe 30 years worth of work.
Yeah, hey, don't worry, I've
just hound him on Twitter.
Yeah, you can hound me on Twitter too. That works as well. That is a place where I have gotten a whole bunch of recommendations. I have a giant list of just recommendations from everything from eventually when I do get that non-biblical library out, I've got a whole list of stuff people want from different church fathers, different confessions, some different catechisms. Like I mentioned him earlier, so I'll mention him again. Protestant Paladin was like, "Ooh, do you have the Geneva Catechism?" I'm like, "I don't think so." And he's like, "You should definitely add that." So I'm working on sourcing that one right now to throw in there. But yeah, so any recommendations, I take them all fairly seriously, and I want to make sure I have a good resource for everyone to use. And
Yeah, I've been using it. I've made a log of a few reports to give you, but maybe Zach's already beat me to it. So,
all right. But yeah, I plan on adding a whole bunch of extra stuff and cleaning it up. Ultimately, it's still in beta, so it's going to be a little bit unpolished. And I will continue to polish and refine it. Right now, it's going to kind of go to the back burner. That way, and I'm not meaning like I'm going to not worry about it or work on it. I'm just going to focus more on bug fixes and cleaning things up, polishing it, and also focus on writing articles, as I have kind of stepped away from writing some articles. So I'm going to focus a little bit more on that, and then take a little step back with the Bible app and kind of balance some things out. It's a big balancing act,
yeah.
And I've got some
I'm
other
sure.
resources I'm planning on making. So I think a source
Okay.
network is one that I'm working on right now, where it's more so because I see a lot of VBS stuff and a lot of people asking me for resources on Sunday school, or just like how to teach kids and like what resources they can have for that.
Yeah.
So I have
Which I
been
think will
working
be a
on
big use to families.
what's up.
That'll be a big use to families.
Yeah, and what it is really going to be, it's going to be like, all right, what are the sources for, and it's more of an apologetic resource too. So there's, right now I'm compiling up just about every source I can find on Jesus outside of the Bible. So I've obviously got Josephus in there, and I'm just going to have it so that you can click on a little card that is asking for for sources on Jesus outside of the Bible, and it just is sheerly holding the documents with the sources, where you can find them, how you can cite them and use them, and ultimately some extra sources on top of that to help out with that,
Nice.
because I
Yeah.
think that would be good for especially teachers and obviously families. When you're a mother or father, your family becomes your primary ministry, and you got to make sure that you're teaching your kids, and having some good solid sources to cite to and to use are
Yeah. Sorry,
definitely.
Gabe, not to cut you off. I just want to shout her out before she goes. Joyful, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. Good luck in your campaign, and may you and your fellow opponent, whatever we're calling them, I don't know, have a good campaign. Thanks, sister.
All right, thank you for stopping by, Joyful.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's another project I'm excited for.
Nice. Meanwhile, Feckless is like my boy Flavius Josephus, which, no, you know what? I'm not going to try and pull it down because I'm going to drop something on my head, but I have the Jewish War just up here.
All right.
So, yep. I do quite enjoy. I have read it. However, I am rereading certain passages out of it at the moment for an article. So I'm going to be focusing on particular things. I'm not going to reveal what that is yet, but anyway, Mr. Zachary, after
Yes.
your book tour, how do you feel?
Well, me trying to turn my camera back around crashed everything, so that's why I left.
But you got up off the floor okay. That was the main thing.
Yeah, and I didn't break any bones or dislocate any joints.
Hey, I tell you, all jokes aside, like getting down on the knees these days, like once you get past your
No,
30s and getting up and down on your knees, whoo.
I was laying in my floor, which is a hardwood floor.
Oh,
So, for me to pan across all my books, I was just pushing myself across the floor.
I kind of wish you had the camera the other way around and didn't realize. That would have been much funnier.
Well, I did whenever I sat back down, and I don't have shoes or socks on, so everybody got to see my feet for a second.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then I saw it, and I'm like, no. But it wouldn't let me turn my camera back around, so that was fun.
Well, that's what I was saying to Gabe there when you were away. Like, there's certain things here that I'm currently aware that I can do. There's other things that I think I know how it works, but like I don't kind of want to hit it yet, just in case the laptop's like, nah, we're dead. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, I don't know if Unlivian's still here. Let me check. I'll know if Twitch is still active. That's how I can keep up on. Well, yep, it still says one viewer, so I'm assuming that's him. Either that or my new bot is
yeah, I was gonna say, I think you can get some bots that will do some auto mod stuff and help
you
remove
can. So
those
my
too.
merch store is currently running the auto mod on Twitch, but it's not doing a very good job. That's why I've got Unlivian there. Feckless
All right.
says, headed outside to smoke my pipe and relax with family. Love you guys. Great chemistry. Crisis King. Love you too, brother. Glad you're back on X. I missed you.
Yes. I missed you too, man.
And
Yes,
more
Mr.
importantly,
Apple.
I know you're going out now with your family, which is fine. But next stream, come up and join us. Because like I think when it's just the talking, things aren't too bad. But like I think if I tried to add any more effects or anything, I think we would see something different. But as I say, bro, really glad you're back on X. We did miss you. So dear. Well, 'tis another week. What day is this actually?
Tuesday, but it's probably
Tuesday.
Wednesday
Tuesday.
for you because you're in.
Do you know something, brother? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I was going to say like I've been so out of the loop recently. Like I have between almost giving myself the food poisoning. Thankfully, I didn't. I just undercooked sausages a little bit, and it left my stomach incredibly queasy. And I also accidentally drunk very trace amounts of bleach. So my mum got hold of my cup, and like if anybody's familiar with what tea stains are, and I know that sounds a bit stupid saying if you're familiar with it, but I posted this and sorry, chatting again to let you know chat is still going. I know, brother, I got you. I could see you over there. Hopefully you're painting your miniatures. So yeah, she got a hold of my cup and bleached it to remove the tea stains, but like obviously there must have been like a little tiny like drip of bleach still in it, you know, that wasn't thoroughly rinsed out. So I made myself a cup of tea and I was like, this tea's got a bit of a
Sting to it.
yeah, a bit of a unique flavor. So like I messaged my mum and I was like, did you touch my cup at all? And she was like, yeah, I bleached it. And I was like, okay, I think I've drank bleach.
Well,
But did you
at least it
try the
wasn't.
mixture that I told you about?
Did I what?
Did you try the mixture that I told you about?
Dude, I don't even know what you sent because like again, I got sent like I think maybe 3 or 4 different like mixtures and tinctures and all sorts of things, and I was like, this is probably going to gross a lot of people out, but like I don't really care if my cup has got tea stains on it. Like I wash my mug every time that I go to make a cup of tea, so to me, I don't care if it's got the actual tea stains on it. Someone replied to me, was like, yeah, that's just the seasoning. And I was like, yeah, pretty much. So to me, I don't really care too much about washing it to remove the stains, but like she evidently was like, nah, this needs to be removed.
So mine was to troll you, and I said that if you ever need to wash it again, like for whatever reason, you should mix bleach and ammonia and then run.
I don't recall even seeing that comment. Was this on
Yeah.
X or like in a private message?
It was in a group chat on X. So bleach and ammonia
I
makes a low
probably
grade
blanked right.
mustard gas.
Yeah, I probably blanked right over that. Like, to be honest, in group chats, I probably going to get kicked now, but that's fine because it would actually work in my favor. I don't tend to read a lot in the group chats unless I'm actively tagged, and then I'll just answer that one thing. Really,
Look at Unlivian. He
I
knows.
too use mustard gas to wash my dishes.
It is
Hey.
a low grade, but it will still unalive you.
I'm like, I've accidentally created it a handful of times too.
Also, thank you for remembering the terms.
Yeah, I had to pause
Mustard
in my
gas? Or...
brain for a second.
No, so like there's certain phrases you can't use on YouTube and Twitch, and like you have to say unaliving versus, you know, the other thing.
Ah, yes, you're right.
Mm-hmm. So, which to be honest, I don't even remember half of the terms. Like I know all the main ones. Like a lot of them are just common sense. Like you can't say, you know, whatever. But some of them are really, really silly. Like some things get you flagged for no reason. I haven't ran into them yet, thankfully. But yeah, so some of it's automated, and then I think others is like people will flag your account for certain things. So no, anyway, Zach, I forgot to ask you because Joyful was asking when she was here, but she left. On your spaces, are you still sorry, let me rephrase that. On X, are you still planning on doing spaces, or are you going to use this method from now on?
So I'm planning to do both, and if I do both, well, I shouldn't say if, but since I plan to do both, if you'll have me, that is,
Yeah.
I'll probably cut mine down to like one a week, but my last ordination class is this coming Lord's Day, and then after that, I don't know what our timeline is, but I'm sure. So like this is like the last of our like learning portion, and then I think after that we're gonna have to like, no, this is just speculation, but it has been mentioned. Like do our exceptions if we have any, and then go over them individually before
Wait,
we
hang on.
can even
More
go.
exceptions?
Huh?
Is this more exceptions?
No, so I only have the one, and oddly enough, well, not I guess not oddly, but funnily enough, it's the same singular exception that my pastor had whenever he did his ordination years ago, and he talked about it in our last class, and then like everybody just like turned and looked at me because it's the same one that I have, and he was like, "Yeah, this one people flag this one all the time. It's just gonna go through. Like we get it." And because he's one of the presbyters that would also be overseeing my ordination, so there's also another aspect to it. We don't know what office we're going for. So there's five of us in the class. We're all
There was more
definitely.
originally, though.
There was supposed to be like nine, but I think four just decided to not do it before it even started. But we're all definitely up for deacon, and then we do have a ruling elder who is going to be he's going to become emeritus soon. He's up there in age, and so that means that somebody else is going to get put up, and then you have like a legitimate. All of the ordination stuff is legitimate, but like it's more if you're going to be a ruling elder, and nobody knows who that is, and we won't know until that vote takes place. But yeah, so we're all just trying to like polish, reread, go back through stuff, try to catch anything that maybe we didn't understand, or wanted to ask another question about or something. But so I'm with that. I am going to be extremely busy because I like to be thorough because words matter, very much so. And I'm one of those kind of nerds where if even a word is in a weird spot, I'm like, hang on a minute, because that changes, in my mind, it changes the meaning of everything, which it literally can. And I know that there's one, and I don't remember where it's at because I did write it down, but I don't have that little that little note paper anymore. So I have to go find it. It wasn't an exception; it was just a more of a why is it worded this way kind of thing. And but anyways, to to make a long story short, I intend to go to one Twitter space or X space. I don't know what day. Obviously, it's got to be a day that's not going to coincide with you doing this, and then or the thing with Tim, or whenever you get your podcast going.
Yeah.
So really, I'm kind of working around you. You know, I'm not to rush you because I have time. Our next Presbyterian meeting is in October, so
Yeah.
I have kind of until then to where, I have to, really like buckle down and get everything squared away with this class and all that, and then I'll pick a day that you're not doing something or we're not doing this, and it could be that I might just do this,
Yeah. Well, this is what I would offer you guys. Like, if you ever want to do a space or whatever, you're free to use my account. Just make your own session. Um, and yeah, you can play around with things that way. But
Wait, what?
I forget what I was going to say. Uh, it's gone. That'll come back to
For a
me.
space? Like for a
Well,
space,
no, I
you
was
can use my
saying.
account.
So obviously, I'm not really going to be doing, like, if you guys make a space on X, I'll happily join it, but I'm not going to use X space natively anymore. I'm going to stream to X like this because I really do enjoy the fact that we can now see live comments versus, maybe missing comments the entire night and then only seeing them after the space has ended. So
Yeah.
And that's why I said that like potentially I could just do this because I do like how, I can see everything, and I'm on my phone and I can still see everything, and knowing that whenever I get a laptop back, I'll be able to do, multiple things. Um,
yeah,
so I might just go this way. Of course, I know that there's, some people who, wouldn't want to come up maybe because, they think that they have to be on camera or something, and you don't.
no,
Like
you can
Gabe's, like
you
Gabe's
can
not
do
on
what
right
Gabe's do.
now,
Yeah.
right?
And
And
like what Gabe's doing right now is no different than what happens in X anyway. It's just your profile picture and your voice, so
yeah,
people can still come up. But yeah, you'll be more. You will be more. Well, I won't say you'll be more limited because like my laptop's not going to be able to handle it. But like Zach, we were talking the other night. Like the plan I'm on technically allows 12 people to come up.
mhm,
Um, and that's the same as X. Like I think you can have 12 speakers. It actually might even be less on X. It might be like 8 speakers.
yeah. No, I think X lets you do. Man, because I was in one the other night, and it was somebody that did not have, like, they had about the same amount of followers that I do, like maybe a couple hundred. They were at like 2K, I believe. And so I don't think that makes it a threshold, or the amount of viewers that's in there, because I came in and it was low, and there was like maybe 30 of us in there,
Yeah.
um, and like half of the people were speakers. I think it's 16, but then again, at 16, it's kind of chaos because people are just free to mute and unmute at any time, and you know, like the host can mute everybody, but then they can just unmute immediately and start rambling again. So I actually do, in that regard, I like this setup better than I do Spaces,
Yeah.
because like we were saying in the first one, like if you're using a camera, like you get to see each other, and obviously, like we said, we know what each other looks like, but it puts a face behind the voice that you're hearing, and in some weird way, our human brains, that's more satisfying,
Mm-hmm.
because it feels more like a, I mean, they're all genuine conversations, but like it feels more like a genuine conversation.
Yeah.
um and Yeah, so like I'm really in, especially now, it's got my wheels turning in my head. Like X Spaces are so terrible because, first of all, because of the quality, and the host can just randomly get booted from his own space for no reason. Um, and the comment thing, like I don't like not being able to see, people trying to interact with us that they might be a little shy to come up and speak, or something like that. Which I understand, because at first I did too, but then my advice to that would be, hey, just you talk to people in everyday life, so you may as well just come on up and talk. But
I think it's one of
seeing
those
the
things
comments
too.
and the interactions is just not like that's where X's shortfall is immense to me. Like that's the worst, because now that I've seen how this works, I really
Yeah,
like this, and
yeah,
it's simple.
it is, and it's like this is what Tim wants to do with our podcast later. But he wants to. Well, sorry, let me rephrase that. He doesn't want to do exactly what I'm doing, but like we would like to put more features and stuff on it. Um, because it just makes it a little bit more like we're visual creatures as well. So like whenever you're doing a podcast, some people don't mind listening to like a black screen or whatever. Sorry, not listening to a black screen, seeing a black screen and listening to your voice. That's fine. Others click away with that type of stuff, especially if it's on YouTube. Um, so obviously our podcast is not a black screen, it is us talking, but before it was literally just me with a white wall and a brown door. At least now I've got somewhat of a setup, and visuals do help. um
Yeah.
so especially going back to your comment about like now that you've seen what this is like EV Mux, I honestly recommend it. Like it's very similar to things like StreamYard and stuff. It's just I personally find EV Mux to be a lot cheaper. Talking about Tim, are you guys still going to cover this? So we're not, Tina. Me and Tim won't be covering it, but we will have Joshua Barzon back on. He'll be covering it. Because obviously, I would say I don't know if I would use the phrase an expert, because I might be speaking out of turn. I don't know if he would consider himself that, but he definitely knows what he's talking about. Like he
He's
came out
very
of
well
KJV.
researched.
Yeah, he came out of KJV onlyism, and he has written 2 books on it, and there's a third one coming out. So yeah, no, I take it back. I think it is probably fair to call him an expert, or at least a scholar on it. So
Yeah.
yes, we will be doing that, but it will be in the future, because obviously like Tim and I are kind of booked out for months now. With like we're taking a break from guests for the foreseeable, not because we don't have any, but we've done quite a few streams recently with only guests, and we need to get back to doing some that is just him and I. So yeah, looking forward to doing that, getting back to him and I talking again for a while. Then we will have more guests coming back again to spice things up. Probably, I don't know, maybe around the winter months. I don't know. That would be awesome. Yeah. So we'll let you know whenever that is happening. But what I was trying to say, and I went into a whole tangent of rambling, is it'll also depend whenever Josh is free. But he's like he's took to X like duck to water these days. Like he's doing these giveaways, and his threads are doing really well, like really really well. And threads sometimes are hit or miss. Sometimes you could have really good content, but people are just like, not interested. Or sometimes I've also seen the opposite. You can have really bad content, and for whatever reason, people are interested. But Josh's threads do consistently like pretty good, so it's nice to see.
So I have a question for you. Going back to the scheduling thing, and you may not have it, all set in stone, but if you do, what is your like idea or plan to be like scheduling your different things?
Whew. Um, well, this one was random, as you know. Well,
Yeah.
I won't say random, like it was planned, but what I mean is like it was to coincide with the X Games and also announcing the winner. because I realized that was meant to be announced today, and I was like, I forgot to announce that. So I'll go to my app real quick and choose that. So it worked out well for that. But Wednesdays will always be the stream with Tim. We may change your day every now and again because like sometimes that happens with like either a guest or Tim's doing something or I'm doing something. So that will be mainly Wednesdays. I have said that Fridays will always be my day. I think I'm going to stick to that. However, I will probably do the odd random stream. Like I'm definitely not going to do, because we say this all the time with spaces, like we're not doing any spaces for a while, and then it's like, oh surprise, here we are every day this week.
Every day.
So I will be cutting back there. So very long answer to your question: Wednesdays and Fridays.
What about your podcast? Now, are you going to do live podcasts or all
Well,
of them
no.
recorded?
That'll just be uploaded to things like
Okay.
Spotify and Apple Play and stuff. So like people can check that out in their own time, but like it's not going to be like live or anything. So
I might. So my normal day off. Now this upcoming week is not because I have a doctor's appointment and I took that day off instead. My normal day off is Monday, and I might just swap to Monday. But then I think that that's kind of a bad idea because nobody likes Mondays except me because I'm off on Monday.
Well, I was going to say though, but maybe that might be a day then though, but people do want to listen to something,
Yeah, maybe.
relaxing or whatever. Test it out and see. But you could be right. Maybe Mondays people are just like, I don't want to listen to anything. So
Yeah.
And
But
then
anyway,
again,
sorry,
for
just
anybody
before you go
that's
on, Gabe was going to say something there.
oh yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying, yeah, Mondays are fairly. I don't want to say boring, but just one of those days where everything's kind of tough on you.
It's a Monday.
Start of the week.
Everybody gets the what's it called, the Monday blues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Except me because I'm off.
Yeah, I was going to say like Monday's such a random, day to have off. Like it's not normally Mondays for people. It's normally like midweek or
Yeah, so this coming week my day off is Thursday, the 10th.
Hello, Robert. Yes, Zach probably has a cigar somewhere. I currently don't have one here.
Right there.
Cool beans.
I just don't smoke in the house.
Yeah, I get that.
It's a wise thing. But sorry, who was saying what there? I got very distracted.
I just made a side comment saying that Mondays were kind of a rough day, at least for me.
Do you?
It was me, but I was almost done, and it was the last thing that I was going to say is that even though I'm talking about restarting doing my either stream or spaces or whatever, don't think that they're going to be anytime soon. I am going to be extremely busy and probably stressed out, but in a good way stressed out.
Yeah. Also, I just realized who this is. The emoji should give it away.
Oh, okay.
Don't say anything. Don't say anything, just in
No,
case he
no.
doesn't want that. But you should know who that is. I'm sure he'll not care because obviously he commented publicly, but still. Yes. Yes. Sorry, Zach. Back to you. You were saying you're going to be extremely busy.
Yeah, just with the stuff with my classes, and then eventually. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting that I'm holding the phone.
Yeah, it's all right.
With my classes and getting all that stuff squared away, and then that's got to be announced to the congregation, and they got to vote. Then I have to go before the session and kind of have a miniature or maybe even in depth because my pastor's like me. He's a stickler for things being correct, especially in the church.
Yeah.
And being an officer of the church, you should have a high reverence for it, anyways, which I do. and so obviously so does he. But it's like a miniature ordination exam, verbally. And then I would go to presbytery, which is in October 7th, I believe. So, I mean, I could have the odd one here and there, but I don't know that it would be any kind of like in-depth topic. Like maybe like a casual slash serious-ish topic, but nothing like I had that one schedule where I was going to go over Tulip, and I never did because I didn't have power that day, and then
Yeah.
I just got busy.
Oh,
But
yeah, that was
yeah, I
the
probably won't do
storm that
anything
rolled
that
through.
serious. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and that's why I never did that one.
That's fair. Guys, it's about 2:45 my time, so I'm going to be ending in about 15 minutes. So
Okay.
if anybody in the audience wants to ask any questions, feel free. But I also just want to thank you all for watching as well. We really appreciate it because at the end of the day, just three guys ramble. So we appreciate it. Gabe,
What's up?
back to my original question that I forgot to ask you and then remembered what it was. Do you get a day off, or like you work full 5 days or what, or 6 days?
I get Tuesdays off, so like I get
Your
Tuesdays and
Tuesdays, okay.
Sundays off. So I
Nice.
got today off, and I got the Lord's Day off.
Nice.
Yeah.
And then Tuesdays, then what would you normally do? You just chilling with family, or do you make it a point to go and do something? Or
I usually get all my tasks and chores done because I kind of work a inconvenient schedule as far as getting most of my tasks done.
Yeah.
So, and then on
That's fair.
Sundays, obviously, I go to church and spend time with my family and relax. Oftentimes, we'll pop up into the spaces and stuff. You guys have them, so
Yes, or the new hybrid space now is, I guess this is.
indeed.
Ah, look who it is. Welcome,
Hey,
brother.
We've got another Zach.
By the way, we do, and this guy Zach, this Zach has also got a YouTube channel. If you want to comment what it is, brother, I can put it up here on the screen. I don't paste a link. I don't think links work. You can just give the channel name. I was recently watching his book haul video. I'm a nerd for stuff like that. Like I love watching people do book hauls, where they show you what they got at like the most recent garage sale or whatever. Like I love that type of content. I'm a bit strange, but still. So yes, I was going to say before we hop off, because as I say, I'll be hopping off now in about 10 minutes. Gabe, I'm going to be interviewing you very shortly, which I'm excited for. And I say shortly, obviously, like we'll work out what times and stuff suit for you. Yeah. But sorry, folks, it's like a glowing den on here. I'm using a tablet as a backlight. So yes, I'm quite excited for that. Because obviously, I think you've got a very interesting journey. I'm not going to go into it right now because obviously, like I want people to watch the interview. Yeah. Sorry. It's oddly satisfying. It is. Thanks for checking it out. Indeed, brother. But as I say, drop the name of your YouTube channel in and we'll promote it.
This is channel not Project Zach.
Is it?
I'm like, he's chatting on YouTube, so I'm just assuming that's his channel.
Ah, okay. Yes. That makes a lot of sense. As you can tell, I am not the most tech savvy guy. So yeah, go check out his channel. But yeah, Gabe, you had a bit of like, give us a brief overview. Like, don't give us the whole thing, obviously, but like, you had a bit of a deconstruction.
Yeah. So basically, I just to not get too much into the weeds, I had a very weak faith growing up, and I think a lot of us start out that way, where we kind of just take things for granted. Eventually, all my kind of spiritual leaders in my family died, and I was just left with a lot of questions, and it hit me at that ripe age where you're starting to ask the really important questions in your life, or like the deeper, more philosophical questions. And I started asking them, and people around me couldn't answer or didn't have good answers. So I just kind of threw my hands up and said, all right, let's ultimately kind of go on a spiritual journey to see what is true. So I kind of left my denomination and I just went straight to the scriptures, tried to find, what errors there were. I tried to find a reason to not become a Christian
Mm-hmm.
and ultimately couldn't really find a actual solid reason not to become a Christian or not to stay a Christian. I saw prophecy in scripture. I saw prophecies that clearly depicted Jesus Christ as the Lord, and I saw the angel of the Lord, and I just couldn't get past those things. I started to dive a lot more into other religions and like what they believed. So a little bit of Islam, some of
Mm-hmm.
the Eastern stuff where I was like, what do they think? And eventually I was just like, none of that seems to make any sense to me because Islam, I could see it clearly kind of diverged from history. And then the weird Eastern stuff, it's all kind of overlapping Eastern philosophy infused with
Yeah.
some weird mix of deities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it just didn't make any sense to me in my head as far as their views of theism. And so I ended up going to it's still technically an Eastern religion, but it's Judaism. And I was like, Judaism's kind of cool, which, led me into, I didn't like officially become Jewish at all, but I got really into Judaism and I found some Jewish Christian Bible study stuff, which ended up being part of the Hebrew Roots movement. And I kind of got a little bit involved with them, but I wasn't like ever part of the Hebrew Roots movement. I was more so, I just found a
Check it
network
out.
of guys who were part of it, and I was able to kind of debate them and stuff, and which led me into patristics. And conveniently, it was them and a guy named Sam Shamoon who has quite a
Yeah.
few controversies all over the internet. He
Yeah.
goes through his phases of controversy and not controversy.
Oh
And he's
yeah.
like, you got to read the patristics. You'll become Catholic before you know it. And so I started reading a lot of patristics and the early church fathers, the councils, and it
Mm-hmm.
ultimately led me not to Rome, but kind of to where I am now, where I don't necessarily like saying my denomination, so I'll just say High
Yeah,
Church
yeah, that's fine.
Protestant.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of just led me to where I am now, where I couldn't stay associated really with the cult group guys because I saw the errors that they had there. They're
Yeah.
effectively modern day Judaizers, though obviously they aren't the same thing as the Judaizers.
Yeah.
And I just saw so much historical discontinuity with them, and I don't believe Christianity diverges from anything historically. There is a
Nice.
historical as well as a scriptural continuity that you see
I
within
agree.
Christianity. And so I stuck with Christianity, and that journey ultimately led to me to where I am now.
Nice. Well, as I say, keep the good stuff for the for the actual podcast. Tina says she calls herself a Calvinistic Lutheran.
I know a
Interesting.
lot of people that fall into that camp because they
Yeah.
like the Lutheran, not necessarily Lutheran soteriology, because a lot of people like the double predestination that you have within the Reformed
Yeah.
view, but then you have the Lutheran uh, the Lutheran view of the Eucharist is what I usually see a lot of Reformed guys actually tend to like because it's
Well,
a
you
lot
see,
more. Go ahead. Sorry.
no. That was technically me that cut you off. I was going to see, you see,
Oh,
that's where I would be different. Do you know what I love about the Lutherans? I
the law
honestly think
gospel
the
distinction.
law gospel distinction. I think the
Mhm.
Lutherans are just. I think they nail it perfectly.
Yeah, and
Um.
that might have been part of why I was able to push so far or back so much against the Hebrew Roots guys also is because that is so much of what is Lutheranism
Mhm.
is the law gospel distinction
Yeah.
and understanding the three tiers of law that you have across Scripture. But
Now,
yeah.
do you know who I would love to interview at some stage? And I hope it'll happen, but I would love to interview Pastor Brian Wolfmueller.
I was
I love
about to
that dude.
guess him. Yeah,
Huh?
I was about to guess him. My mom loves watching his stuff. I haven't
Yes. I
really
have watched
sat
him
down and looked too
for,
much.
oh, good grief, I don't know how long. Like, it's been a good number of years now. I just love his simple driving in a car theology, and he's got, you know, his Luther book is tucked in the back seat belted up. It's just, I don't know. I just, it's theology like that I love. It's when men make theology simple enough for anybody to grasp it without, you know, dumbing it down to the point
Mhm.
where, you know, it's not of use to anybody. So, but yeah, I would love to interview him at some stage. I actually helped make an interview possible between him and Ray Sexton.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, although yeah, I was going to say I think that just happened by like tagging him, but I also think Ray might have already reached out to him privately. So I don't even know if I could claim the. I'm still going to claim it. I'm still going to be like, yep,
Yeah,
that's
might
my
as
claim.
well. Yeah, just take
Um,
it for how you can. You know, take that credit.
yes. So Project Zach says Pastor Will Whedon is very exciting to listen to. If you haven't seen it and watched his episodes on the 30-minute Bible hour. So I haven't listened to a whole lot of him, and correct me if I'm wrong. He's the guy with glasses and the ginger beard. Because if it's the guy that I'm thinking of, he has been on a few episodes with Brian as well. So you can let me know if I have the right person. I might have the wrong person.
I'm not sure. I'll pull him up real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh yeah. He's got the kind of the reddish hair. It's not
Yep.
really red. I
Yep.
think it's brown, but he's
And
got the beard and glasses.
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah, that's him. I've heard a good few things from him as well. So yeah.
Nice.
But anyway, folks, I am going to call it an evening here with you all. Well, I say an evening, it's technically the morning for me, but it should be the nighttime for the majority of you guys. Guys, thank you, and ladies, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a ton of fun with round one of the X Games. And Zach, Gabe, I will allow you to say your good nights, and also if you have anything you want to promote, go for it. And you guys stick around afterwards whenever I end the stream, and then we'll say our goodbyes. But anyway, Gabe, we'll start with you. On
All
Livian,
right.
good night to you as well, brother.
Good night, everyone. I hope you guys have a wonderful day tomorrow, and today for you, layman. But yeah, God bless and love you guys.
Love you too, bro. Zachary.
Yeah, thanks everybody for showing up and hanging out with us and listening to our toll talk at the beginning there. And then also, I am going to promote myself again. Go vote for me. And that's it.
I already did, so.
There we go.
Sweet.
There we go. Well, folks, thank you all for watching. It's good night from me and good night from these guys. God bless.
Yep. God bless.
God bless, guys.